I did this video yesterday, but it didn't really feel finished, so to say. So yesterday I had a pre-run. I wrote even a script for this today. Usually I never write scripts, but I can memorize 5 points or 6 points for discussion. So that's why I wrote everything down in somewhat orderly order. Yeah, the first thing is, like I mentioned in some couple of vlogs before, like what is this, man? See this? Okay, I mentioned these kind of barricades, like in Lenting and Cushing. These are like two cities 10 kilometers away from here, and they have these barricades for people, walking by foot or traveling, cycling by bicycle, and it's kind of hard to get around those. And what that means is it's blocking you. And the main reason they put these things up is some people, they can't use the brakes properly, which means when they drive with their bike, they are kind of accelerating more and more and more. They never look left or right or be behind them, like I just did. And acoustically speaking, I even listen to a lot of loud music, but I look right and left, because if you don't have the acoustical component, you're fucked. And these people, they listen very badly, but they also see very badly. And yeah, that's why I suppose there were 1 or 2 minor incidents where somebody died. Oh boy, somebody died. And because of that, like the government sounds like so big, but in Germany it's like communal, like a little government thingy. City council, yeah, that was the word I'm looking for. And that's why they decided, yeah, put this shit up, so people would rather crash against these metal pipes, which slow you down. Like there is, like let's say one metal pipe is here, the other one is here, so you have to zigzag around it. And yeah, this really slows people down. But here is the other thing, like in Lenting, it sounds very strange. Try to pronounce it in English. It really feels off. Like and in the city, there's like a sideway with what is it, like grass, green grass. And people said, fuck that shit. Instead of driving there, I just drive on the sideway, which is very dangerous because these barricades are lowered and the street is more upward, and there's like a very small green stripe. And on this stripe you have to balance with your bike, in combination with you have like this looks like somebody was digging a perfect line, but no, these are all cyclists who have been drove through there over all these years, at least 4 or 5 years, So on one side you have where the barricade is and the footwalk, you have these stone plates which kind of are stabilized because of the ground, which everyone drives away, Basically they're pushing out these plates which will break down to the pavement for people who walk by. And on the other hand, like pieces of the street will break into also the pavement. And so you have the big issue of a damaged street because you were too stupid to think this through, or never ever have seen a human being. This is like people in the council, they're like, it sounds like an old cliche, but I think they're old, like aliens, They bring out solutions which only stupid, retarded aliens would bring. So the conclusion is like, yeah, I didn't add anything of value. Instead, I made life more complicated. And this is the reason why these fuckers will always fail, and you know, that's why not really a Black Lives Matter protest, dude, or Antifa. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Pronounce that shit. But sometimes I think this is kind of karma when people destroy shit. Because of this, sadly, they destroy small businesses, which is also not cool. But yeah, here you have the other side, you know, and this is like one case only where this barricade thingy was, you know, not so very life enhancing. Yeah, let's put it that way. I think a professional vlogger holds the camera like this when he walks in a professional manner, and he very astute, observing and thinking and speaking out without any and thinking and stuff like that. But fuck that. So yeah, I think sometimes I feel like if I had the chance and I could get away with it, I would like get myself, dear buddy, myself. No, very bad Irish or Scotland, I don't know, accent. Yeah, these Germany, they're called like flexes, you know, like a metal, some sort of metal or carbon plate, and it rotates really fast, so you can like cut metal with it, you know. And I feel like if I had the chance, in one night I would seriously like cut off all these fucking barricades and then put them on like in front of the stove of the government, the council, city council building, so these fuckers can like immediately drive that shit through the trash. And not just only that, I wish every person would feel obliged, like it's my civil duty as a citizen to enhance our life in general, our life quality. If I see any metal pipe barricade thingy, I will cut it down. And so everyone, you know, the city tries some shit, and either the city sues everybody, so everybody moves out, or like in the end we win and the shit won't happen again with these shitty pipes. I think the left way is a little bit longer, but we have a little bit of time, even though I have a lot of chores to you know, get behind the time schedule, which I'm already missing and somewhat late again. Yeah, and either everybody gets sued and thrown out of the city, or the people versus the government win in this case. Yeah, and I also thought about a game concept, like you know, you have to collect these barricades and they're appearing on random spots, but basically you could put that shit everywhere up. It's just slowing everybody down. It's more hassle than value, because one guy, you know, this is typical German behavior. One dude killed another dude with a spork. So what's the logical conclusion? Make that shit illegal, because who knows, in 10,000 years maybe another person might get killed because of a spork. Yeah, I don't think that is right, and I think a lot of other people don't think that as well. But yeah, and the other thing is like what was the other thing? Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this shit with the deer. I hit a deer, and I think I might have to pay up sometime in the future, like next year maybe, like up to 200 euros because of animal cruelty. And yeah, that's kind of insane. Let's look up the script. Never thought I would make it to 9 minutes or so. Yeah, then next point on the agenda, on the script, you see it? You see the fucking script? Is got myself a new car, Toyota Aygo, and Aygo, no. And in general, these cars are known to be more reliable, you know, not breaking down like these Peugeot 106 Peugeot. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it as an American, as a Texas or Kansas American. American values. Whatever, boy. Yeah, I think this one will be more reliable. So this is my third car in less than 2 years, with big pauses between these three, I'd say. But it was my choice. The most ideal case would have been for me that I could move to Munich, but that shit wasn't possible. So I'm kind of stuck in an even smaller village than before. But somehow I'll get out there. It's like a homeless shelter in Munich. The plan is to go there, I don't know, in a couple of years and say, yeah, I got thrown out, guys. I'm homeless. Please don't do this to me. And maybe I might get a cheap and somewhat middle located Munich flat, and shit will be payable, and I will be the sole guy renting it and have my own space again. Because let me tell you, the most productive you'll ever be is when you live alone, like 100% alone. If you fuck up anything, if you're not able to put out a video, edit your videos, manage to organize your music, produce music, do your chores, when you live by yourself and you have a little bit of space, then something is wrong up here, you know? Yeah, so kind of hyped for the new car, but it's like 100 kilometers in the north and I'm 100 kilometers in the south. From a Bavarian standpoint, I'm somewhat in the middle, even you could say, somewhat in the middle, yeah. But there's like, you have to do everything online now. So on Monday there is like the next schedule, you know, like where I can register the car with my papers and all that shit. Till then I have to wait it out, and today is Thursday, so we got like 4 days left. 4, yeah. And not just that, like I'm here in Causing and I have to, you know, 6 a.m. wake up, grab a little push out of makeup and shave myself, get dressed, take a shower. Not in that order, haha, very funny. And then drive with my fucking bike from Causing to Kösching, register my car, get the license plates, put them in a backpack, and travel. Yeah, and register my car. Then I have to travel, yeah, from Kösching to Ingolstadt main train station. I don't know how to pronounce it, or what's the proper word for that. Something like that. And from there, I think it's like 2 a.m. at this point. So if you calculate that shit, like 6-8 hours just for basic shit, like take a shower, register the car, commuting 2 p.m. the afternoon from Ingolstadt to what was it? Schwabach. Yeah, that's the city. Not don't you confuse this shit with Schwabing. Don't you dare to confuse this, because in Munich is 100 kilometers in the south, and there is Schwabing. But 100 kilometers in the north, there's Schwabach. This is the most retarded shit ever. I betcha there were like hundreds, maybe even tens of thousands of people who got confused and kind of drove 200 kilometers away or in the wrong direction. Fuck, man. And then already adding another 100 kilometers to get the proper destination, or 200 kilometers, I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. Then it's like let's say 4 p.m. let's say 3 or 4 p.m. in Schwabach when I arrive. Then I have to get my ass with like bus and train station and by foot or maybe these electronic scooters, if there are any, to this small what is it, like a peasant house. I don't even know the name right now. Yeah, and I have to get myself there, and then I can drive away, and then it's like 4 p.m. the soonest I'm back. I'm guessing more like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Plus, right now it's very sunny, as you can see, but I bet my fucking ass on it. On Monday it's raining, because on Friday last week it was raining and I got wet when I rode my bicycle, and it will get very wet again on Monday, because every time I have to, manage a big distance, it rains dogs and cats. Yeah. So, already finished with the second point, and vlog is way longer than yesterday. I reached like 3 minutes, I achieved 3 minutes, because there was like loud traffic on the side, and I feel I can talk more openly when people are not watching. Why bother recording a vlog then, huh? Maybe this is like some sort of social anxiety testing thing, Two people kind of said in my face, you're kind of, what is it? You got no, what is it? What the fuck was it? You got no back. Yeah. How to describe this? How to say this in English is kind of beyond my imagination. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. It's like some people fuck man. Let's use just slang. It's like getting cucked. Some people just can't stand up on their own. Like they all need other people, like, to put support. Like, hey man, this person fucked you over. I must stand your ground. Yeah, standing your ground. That was it. And that was what I'm looking for. I can stand my ground. Problem is just I'm sitting so much in front of a PC, you kind of forget about like skills between people. So this is as a teenager I was like more courageous, you could say, but I got also in a lot of trouble, not because of this courageous shit, but it's a courageous mindset, like, me versus the world and I will always win and fuck everyone. This won't get you very far. But it's not like I'm a scumbag as well, like a douche, like, yeah man, you're always right. But I try to be nice and polite, but sometimes people very frustrating and straining. That's all I'm saying, And if it feels like I'm a little scumbag douchey, trying to, what is it? Not bootlicker. Yeah, bootlicker. That is the proper word for it. Yeah. If it feels like that, maybe it is like this, but maybe it isn't. Nah, seriously, man. I try to be nice. If I come off any different, sucks. Maybe your perception is wrong, or maybe what is it? Not the karma. Rain, karma, rain. Like my persona, glowing. Like let's say, an Hungarian alcoholic storms like a rich people's party. Okay, let's assume this for a moment. And he's like, "What's up, fuckers? Let's have party, yeah!" And stuff like that. And then maybe it was a boring party and everyone was already half comatose, like mental state, because it was so boring, and everyone was like, "Yeah, I got myself a new yacht, and it was very expensive, yeah, and wow, I will buy 3 different ones next month as well, also for every daughter and son that I have. Yes, everyone will get very, very expensive luxuries, yeah. And don't forget the Swiss chocolate, especially made only for me. Chocolate connoisseur, I don't know, is making this chocolate only for me." And shit like that, But this Hungarian guys are, "Focus, where are the gods to fuck?" This, then everybody gets like freaky and cringy 30-year-old white people dancing. And it's hard to watch, but it's energizing, it has maybe comedic side effects, but yeah. And what was I saying, man? I already forgot my point. Point is, I'm always right. You're never right. Yeah, and I'm just a guy who can't stand on his own feet. Like literally, I'm floating. You know. I post edited some walking sounds. These aren't my feet. Yeah. Okay, not funny. Let's go to the next segment. Like the plan was on Tuesday, yeah, on Tuesday to drive to school, and that I could borrow this car from this old boomer guy dude. And he said, yeah, and I said, like, I can't be interrupted, yo, I can't stress this enough. Do you need anything? On Monday I went to the grocery store and I bought like vodka for him and other stuff to eat, and I don't know. And then on Tuesday, when I went out the house, you know, like, oh, who is this? Like he didn't know, like he fucking didn't know. And then like, yeah, could you go to my bank? Here's my card, man. And that's not how he talks, but anyway, like, can you do this on the way? My plans had already changed. I wasn't able to drive to school anymore because of something, and the other thing was like, yeah, what was it? Yeah, he interrupted me, even though I explicitly said, don't interrupt me, man. And it's like, he's pushing it. He's adding a lot of positive shit for me, but then he also comes and takes it away. So it's not just all, what is it, roses and honey from here. There's still a lot of issues I have with this guy. And in December I'm moving out, and probably this issue will be resolved. Like, you also ought to get like some, what was it? Like, what was that shit, man? Can't remember. Really can't remember what that shit was. But what I remember is, what was I saying, man? I just remember, and I forgot. That is what I was saying. You know, ugh, fucking shoes, and yeah, very quiet out here, man. I thought like more people would be jogging or some shit like that. Okay, this was that. What was the other thing? Yeah, I asked like in this. There's like this online chat thingy called Knuddles. It's like cuddlies in English, I'd say. Just did a real-time translation of that. Wouldn't have thought that my brain was capable of that. Yeah. So on this side, I asked for folks like, folks, do you have any suggestions for videos? Because I have like 17 vlogs left that I have to make. And they said like, yeah, how about you talk about the current situation with Corona and not being able to go out? Said, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Fuck man. Yeah, I was in the inner city of this high density population city, like 130,000 people population, or 140,000. And like police was coming up to me like, you have to wear the mask, not just inside stores but also when you're inside the big city, and yeah, this is like a new one, and I wonder how far this will go, because I think a lot of shit will add up to that. A lot of people protesting. This can get only worse. And the other thing I had was, yeah, I was at McDonald's and I got myself like frappe grande, you know, vanilla and cream and somewhat coffee or whatnot. And this shit Grande is like, I don't know, it's like this fucking kind of hard to show. Let's say as big as this flyer, you know. And not just that, it's half full, and it's most of it is cream and a little bit of caramel. Like 80% of it is just ice cubes. So you pay for the most. This is like the most expensive shit I've ever seen. Paying for this is like ridiculous. I think nobody ever should do this, but I did, and I highly recommend you folks don't do this as well, because McDonald's will rip you off. That is a matter of fact. Yeah, it's even cheaper at this point to buy coffee at Starbucks. Just to put things into perspective, Starbucks is more discount than McDonald's in this regard. Fuck, man, how they rip you off. And the funny thing is, it depends on which McDonald's employee or worker you get who's working in the kitchen. Some of them will put in a little bit more cream and a little bit less ice, but in general, fuck man, everywhere these fucking spider webs. But in general, like yeah, you get mostly 80% ice cubes, and then you have to wait till these melt, and then you're able to drink a little bit more. Plus there are these kind of shitty paper straws, like they made big promotion in 2018 and 2019 with, yeah, we are getting rid of these fucking paper straws, man. They're a problem for, you know, the world. And what they did is they just used paper. 2 years of promotion, you know, we solved one of the biggest world issues by replacing plastic straws with paper straws. This is McDonald's genius, man. But on the other hand, I've bought there a couple of times in the last years, so it's kind of my fault. If you want a business ruined, don't buy it. They're, I don't know, corporate thing. That's it for now. Bye.